discuss how Likkle ideas are transformed into big dreams. On the toolkit, and you will access a lot of resources. A lot of the information that we presented here today, there are a lot of activity sheets. So we encourage you to download some of that information. Also, there's a digital swag bag with. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday, December 14th. And I am delighted to welcome all of you to our holiday edition of Byte Ideas. I am Dorit Whitlock, and I am the Chief Marketing Officer of Samuel Fields Consulting Group. We bring you this show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, and it's 4 p.m. for me here. I'm in New Jersey. And we're delighted to welcome all of you as we count down to Christmas. Let me get my co-host in here. I don't do the show alone.
Good afternoon, everyone. So glad to be here. It's Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Let's drink to that.
Let's drink to that. Hey, hey.
Well, let me let everyone know that this is going to be a fun show. We're going to be eating. We're going to be drinking. We're going to be coloring. We're going to be having a lot of fun.
Having fun.
So we're going to give you a moment to grab a glass of wine, a glass of rum, brandy, shandy, whatever you need to toast today. We're going to be toasting. Grab a glass. No water, please. You can drink that any day. We need something with some color. Yep, we need some color. So if you're coming with water, put a drop of color in it. No water. It's not a time for purity. Not today. Well, folks, you can tell I started drinking a little early. Mouth is just running, but we're going to have some fun. And today we have two great guests, two ladies. One, one is our mom. She is a seniorpreneur. She's an octogenarian. She has so much energy. If I live as long as she has lived, I'd like to have half the energy that she has.
Oh my God.
Yes. Miriam Samuel. The OG, how are you? What's up?
Good. Welcome, Miss
Welcome. Seniorpreneur.
You'll drink to that? Because you have your glass too. She has her glass.
Cheers.
And she made sure that she didn't drive, okay? So don't worry.
That's a good thing. And so welcome. And I'd like to introduce our second guest, Miss Carrion Christian.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Welcome to Byte Ideas. We're delighted to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, and we brought you an adopted grandma today.
Yes.
Yep. So grandma, and she's actually friends with your granddaughter.
Yes, Lindsay.
Okay. Lindsay. Mm-hmm. I've known Lindsay for a long time. Yeah, she was
a long time.
She's really close friends with one of my other sisters. So she's like sister.
Fantastic. So we're all one family today.
Absolutely. Yeah. Drink to that.
Let's drink to that. And to our guests, if you have your drink handy, drop a wine glass in the comment section, please, so we know that you have your drink.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have one, we'll allow you to grab one. We know you have something stashed away. Don't be shy.
Absolutely.
So this is our final episode for the season and our final episode before Christmas. And the topic, of course, everyone is in a holiday spirit, getting ready for Christmas. If you're not ready yet, I'm sure you're going to get with it within the next few days or so, because it's coming. What do we have? 10 days, 11 days?
Oh, yeah.
So we have to step lively and get on the Christmas shopping, start the baking. I'm sure the fruits aren't soaked yet. Forget it. Forget about it. It's not going to happen. but we can direct you to where you can probably get some great cake
I was gonna say.
and some Christmas goodies.
We actually have some here. The seniorpreneur came with her stash.
Oh my goodness.
So we have Christmas cake. What's that one over there? Is that a Christmas pudding? Yes, Christmas. So let me show you. This is the Christmas cake.
Oh, nice.
And you remember my birthday present, do you?
Of course, of course. It was my birthday present too. Don't think I didn't have the same present. Don't think I didn't have the same present. Yours probably was just more marinated than mine, but no. I probably got one from the year before.
And this is the Christmas pudding.
I love Christmas pudding. My mom still does.
Oh, you doing it?
My mom still does Christmas pudding on the coal pot. Like they wrap
Oh,
it
wow.
Wow.
up
That
and
is
put it on the coal pot. Oh, I love it so much.
Yes.
Nice.
I cook forever.
Yes.
Oh yeah. She cooks even in her sleep.
Yes.
But today's topic, because we know how to juggle fun and business, and we're all about business, but we stop to have some fun, and we advise that you do the same. Our topic today is, Megan, tell them our topic for today.
So our topic today is we're just going to have a Christmas fiesta.
Yes.
And we are looking at Miss Carrie-Ann, I was going to say
Christian.
who is our author. And we want to speak about just basically find out how, especially Carrie-Ann, the financial aspect of her business going into this wonderful book. So I would love for Carrie-Ann to just launch right into a book that she has created. Hope you can see it. It's called Children of the Soil. There it is.
Right. And so today we're going to be using our talents to celebrate Christmas. You know, it's that time of year where, sometimes it's just, how do you get a gift for the person who has everything?
Exactly.
And since COVID, people want gifts with meaning. I can't even think what I would do with another pair of earrings. I wear the same ones all the time. So we're at that stage in life where, having been through COVID, many of us do not place as much value on material things. We're really, really warmed by gifts from the heart. And based on that, last year we did 20 Likkle Byte ideas where we featured 20 businesses who do handmade gifts, who, for that person, that special gift that you want to customize and to have special meaning, we pointed you to 20 different businesses who could help you, local businesses, who could assist you in finding that special gift. And if you go on our Facebook page, you can still find that link. These businesses are still thriving. So they've used their talents to really celebrate, to help others celebrate Christmas in a very unique way. And so today we want to continue in that vein and learn more about these two entrepreneurs, how they have leveraged their talents to pretty much help others celebrate Christmas. So Carrie-Ann, if we start with the food, we probably won't come back. So let's start with you first and tell us about your book, Children of the Soil. Tell us about the book. What was your motivation behind creating this book? And by the way, I know that you used to be a counselor. What are you doing these days? Are you full-time in the publishing world?
I'm a full-time entrepreneur, so
fantastic. I love that. Well, you're on the right show.
Yes. So just a little bit about me. I'm 36. I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I moved back to Antigua in 2012, and I was a counselor in the Ministry of Education at the Green Bay Primary School. Now, I ended up getting married and getting pregnant while I was at Green Bay Primary School, and I spent a lot of time in the kindergarten class, just absorbing and, how they were teaching the children how to read. And it was so fascinating to see children coming from, preschool, just coming from their parents' home at 4 and 5, not really, knowing anything to learning to read 3 and 4 letter words. But I was, as I was noticing that, I realized that all the material that they used were very Americanized and even, British from the UK. And it kind of sparked something within me that it was like, why don't we have, let's say if they have a cat or a rooster, it's not like a fowl, like a yard fowl that we usually see. It's so Americanized, you know what I mean? Or even, as I said, from the UK. Then I moved back to the US and I began teaching, and I taught grades 3 and 4. Same thing. They had a lot of obviously American material. All the children were immersed in their type of material. So I ended up moving back to Antigua again, and I said, that sparked my interest. Like, if the American children could have all their, activities, their coloring books, their textbooks, American centered, why can't we? And then my 4-year-old, I signed her up for a primary school. She started kindergarten, and on her book list was a jumbo coloring and activity book. Now, that is something that they had to get from their book list. When I went shopping for it, it was Minions and Care Bears and, all the things on television. But there was nothing really that she could relate to in terms of personally. Yes, you can relate to TV shows that you watch, but what is really teaching you about your culture, your traditions, the things that she does with her grandmother every day, like, go and pick mangoes or go to the beach or fly kites at the time. So I sat down and I scribbled on a paper how I know what to do, because I can't even draw a straight line. That's a joke. And I scribbled on the paper and I just, started saying, okay, how about coming up with a coloring and activity book? Antigua and Barbudan centered, Caribbean centered. And I joined with another entrepreneur, local entrepreneur. Well, he's worldwide, but he's based in Antigua. His name is Sonali Andrews. He's a graphic designer and illustrator. Called him up, told him my idea. And when we met in person, I literally could see the idea come to life in his face. Like, when I told him what I wanted to do, it was like his eyes got all bright and he was like, wow, like, this is such a great idea. And then he had his device right with him and he started sketching right there and then. And a couple months later, that was in March of 2021. And we launched in January 2022.
Wow.
Fantastic.
So almost a full year.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And how have the sales been?
So the sales have been great. I mean, I'm living off my book, so
Good for you.
my book is on Amazon. It's in a lot of local businesses. First, the Methodist Bookshop on St. Mary's Street, and then it's in a bookshop called Cindy's Bookstore in the Townhouse Plaza.
I know that one.
It's in Rocky's airport store.
Yes.
Nice.
It's in the Curtain Bluff Hotel. It's in Hermitage Bay Hotel, gift shop. Tidbits everywhere. It's actually in a new store called Beach Bums down at Heritage Key.
Okay.
So I do a lot of local pop-up shops, I just did an artisan market on Saturday with 60 other local entrepreneurs. So that's basically how I push the book. It's in the Seaview Farm Primary School. It's in the
I meant to ask about the school.
Yes,
Yes.
It's in the Post-Millennial Academy, the school that my daughter goes to. It's in a couple of the private schools, and we're trying to get it into the government system. And that's, that's a process. You have to go through, a process.
So do you plan to do a series or?
Oh, yeah. So if you see, it says volume 1.
Okay.
Right here. So soon I will be coming out with a storybook, and hopefully that's launched next summer. I have wall charts. I have another coloring and activity book, and I want to do a whole line for children.
Excellent.
Yeah, we need one for financial literacy in children
It's
too.
coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Hear about that. So when I saw this, I said, okay, financial literacy is coming. But I
Definitely.
have to
I asked my 6-year-old what she wants for Christmas, and she said land and money. So,
oh my gosh.
Your daughter said that?
yes, she's 6 years old. Just today, she
Oh,
told me
wow.
I want land, money, and 2 LOL dolls. So she needs to
Okay.
know how to manage that money and what to
Exactly.
do that land. So,
Exactly.
That's
So I have to
amazing.
tell you a little secret, right? I bought 2 of these books. One of them we're giving away prizes. So one of the books will be a prize today.
Oh,
But the other
fantastic.
one is for me. And I need to go buy me my crayons. I am and Oak and Carrie she autographed it. So
Oh,
my special book. And I'm gonna get my crayons. I'm gonna get my Crayola crayons because that's what I know from childhood. And I'm going to enjoy some coloring because I
but
know that
adult coloring, adult coloring is huge.
right.
There are adult coloring parties. So many. It's known to be very relaxing.
Mhm.
A lot of people are into it. It's a big fad. Lots of companies, when they do training and what have you, they have special images created so that groups can color together. And there's so many things that color theory. I haven't heard it being used for finances, but I know in marketing, color theory is big. So I went to a seminar once where, everyone had to take out, it was on a wall, and everybody had to take out their crayons, jumbo crayons, and color, this thing on a wall. So you're onto something, Carrie. It really, really is something that, of course, it's a childhood, it's a pastime that we all can relate to and have fond memories of. But, coloring a coloring book is something that, like I said, is being used in professional circles more and more. So
Right.
you have
People ask me, where's the adult coloring book? And
yes,
a lot
adult
of them,
coloring is huge.
So the Hawksbill turtle.
yes.
We have color by number. You remember those?
Oh yes.
Number 1, you do red. So this is the flag of Antigua and
Oh nice.
Barbuda. Yeah. It has Shirley Heights. It's
Wow.
just really, really creative. You can do matching, looking at the flowers and draw a line connecting the same flower. And the flowers looks like a hibiscus. I don't know what this one is.
When you say matching, you mean dot to dot?
Huh?
You mean dot to dot?
No, I didn't see any dot to dots.
Oh, there's
Okay.
dot to dot.
Dot to dots? Oh, okay. Nice. Yes, I found it. Well, connect the dots.
Yes.
It's lovely. And I think, this kind of activity book, I think I would like anyway. But when I turn the pages and I see Shirley Heights, I see
Yes, very
the
special.
Hawksbill turtle, I see the mango tree,
Yes.
Nelson's dockyard. It's just frigate bird. So it's not like it's Antigua only, it's Antigua and Barbuda. Oh, hear this. There's a maze. And what is the maze saying? Help the Garlings find their cow friends.
Oh,
So creative.
that is so cute. Oh my gosh.
Copy to read. You're gonna feel left out.
I do need one.
need
I
to get your
definitely
copy.
need one. I
Yeah.
definitely I love stuff like that. So
Tell
Carrie, we're
us
gonna
the
come.
cost, Carrie-Ann.
Pardon?
Tell us the
Tell us
cost.
about the cost.
Oh, it's 30 EC or 10
Oh,
US.
very, very, very
Whatever you said.
reasonable.
100
Whatever
pages.
you think it is?
Yeah, it's a nice thick book, 100 pages, as I said. So,
Oh, wonderful.
endless activities. Look at
Mm-hmm.
Sugar cane.
taking over there having so much fun. This is the emotion that we wanted to elicit in the book, and we didn't realize, as Sonali said, it's something that we didn't know we needed. So as soon as we got it, it was just like a no-brainer. It's like, why didn't we have this all the time? Because we have such a vast culture, and
Yes.
and one of my favorite pages is the sorrel pages. I've never ever seen a sorrel in a coloring book. And
Never. I wouldn't even think about it. Oh my goodness.
Talking about sorrow.
right at this time of when you have a lot of things being made by with sorrel, not just sorrel drink, but sorrel wine, sorrel jams. Look,
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Gotta get the right color red.
I actually bought a sorrel shandy, some sorrel shandy just for today. I forgot to bring it.
yes, I
Well,
love
I'll go grab it from the refrigerator if you make me too jealous. Well, congratulate! That is such a creative book. Congratulations. We are going to come back to you because we want to talk about the business aspect of the book.
Yes.
You've sold us on it,
for
but
sure.
there has to be a business component to this. So we'll come back to you and we'll talk more about, managing the business component of it. You have a product. A product does not a business make. So let's talk about business when we come back.
For sure.
And let's go over to Grandma Mary. What do you have for us? Tell us about your boxes, your Antigua boxes. Is that the name of it? I was trying to think of it the other day. Is that what it's called?
But because it's Christmas, she's
She has
focusing.
Christmas boxes.
I have one box here.
So it's an Antigua Christmas box. And tell us what's in the box.
Sugar cake, fudge, guava cheese, peanut sugar cake.
Oh, so that sounds like a sweet box.
It's a sweet box.
And
Oh, wow.
peppermint.
Peppermint.
This is
Oh, my
another
God. I haven't had that in so
nostalgic
long. So you know
And how
what?
much is this?
Better cost it.
What did she say?
We haven't costed it yet.
I just put it together this evening.
Oh, wow.
As your daughter said, a product. What you said, a product, a business.
Product does not a business make.
Does not a business make. But she
So-
also has wines. So we are having sorrel wine,
Nice.
and this is
Sorry.
a sorrel wine. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
We showed you the cakes.
And this is my first product.
So this is her sweet bread, coconut
Oh,
bread.
yes. She's been making that since we were
Strong.
little kids.
And teas. You know, she
Yes.
makes some really, really good teas. Which ones are these? Eucalyptus. Yes, this looks like eucalyptus. And there is
No, this is pomegranate. This is pomegranate.
pomegranate. Interesting.
Pomegranate tea is. So what do you do? Dry the seeds?
That me?
How do you make the tea? Dry the seeds?
The
The
leaves.
leaves. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I don't even know what the leaves taste like.
Yeah. Does it taste like
I've never
pomegranate?
had the leaves.
Oh, she says it tastes like pomegranate.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this is sage and ginger. This is nice.
That sounds amazing.
So my favorite is lemongrass. It's awesome.
Mom,
Yeah.
there's a bakery. There's a bakery in my town, and they make these scones. And on top of it is lemongrass. Is a lemongrass. There are two of them. One has Earl Grey, so it actually on the top of the scone it actually tastes like tea,
Oh
and the
wow.
other one has lemongrass. It's almost like a
Powder?
not a powder. It's like a syrup on the top of it, and it's kind of
Okay.
hard. So you actually taste the Earl Grey, and then the other one actually is lemongrass
That's
on a
amazing.
scone. It is. I've been meaning to tell you this.
So lemongrass is what we call fever grass, right?
Fever grass.
Yes, correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, let me get it. Yep, get it. So and then we also have some oils. So I have to tell you, we got some we've been having some mosquitoes, and I used mommy's lemongrass oil and no mosquitoes.
You
No
put it on your body or you spray it?
I put it on my arms and on my neck and my face,
Mm-hmm.
and that was it. I had a lovely night. No, I'm just saying I used the lemongrass oil.
Okay, I was trying the name.
Neem for mosquitoes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, they
no.
said neem is good. But
Oh.
Megan, that's like a citronella candle. Citronella candle
It does
is like,
look like
yeah.
that. Yep. So it really helps.
Wow.
Really helps. So there are lots of unique gifts that you can give this Christmas. Either the lovely book
Well,
from
why not both? If I had grandchildren, that's what I would
actually,
do.
and I'm
Can you
telling you,
imagine? So call in all grandmas. If
but guess
you
what?
want to,
This is not just for kids, okay? Just saying. Just saying.
well, I get kids of all ages, but I'm
Kids
saying,
of all ages, absolutely. The young at heart. The
yes.
young at heart.
But if you want to be a special grandma this Christmas, I can tell you a combination of that book and a sweet box, you're set.
Yep. Yep. You'll be the best grandma ever.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Best grandma, best wife, best friend, everything. That's a really great combination.
Yeah, in a time where, especially during lockdown when children were, locked down and people, thought that their, education was a little bit slipping, you get the book to reintegrate them back into, learning in a fun way. I know my daughter's classmates, they love it. They love when, it's time to color and they do the little activities. And then we've had some of my, older clients, they and customers, they compete and draw up on the pages and color and see who can color the best sorrel or the best.
Maybe have a competition.
You have a coloring party or
Coloring party.
That's amazing. Like an art,
Coloring party.
Yeah, I've done a lot of summer camps, and over the summer vacation, I did the St. Paul's summer camp, 2 days of the St. Paul's constituency summer camp, where E.B. Chet Green invited me to do a coloring activity with the children.
Nice.
Fantastic.
That's a great idea.
Fantastic.
Great idea. So we have
do you sell any single sheets? Because I'm
No, not at the moment. No.
Okay, because I'm thinking if you do an event, if I had a birthday.
Yeah, when I do events, because obviously for copyright sake, whenever I do events, if I do events for children, I would do the copy and then take it to them, and
Yes. Okay, so you make a copy yourself. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds great.
So we have quite a few comments. Now might be a good time for us to. I need to move from where I am.
Yeah, well, let's take some comments and start giving out some prizes.
Yes, because we do have
Everything
prizes.
must go.
All right. So let's start with.
Well, let's all toast to
Absolutely.
these talented young ladies.
Young ladies and young at heart ladies too. All right. So we have Kara. Kara says, Grandma and crew. Yeah.
You got that right.
And then, okay, so Kara has her wine glass. You go, girl. Marsha. Hi, Marsha.
Hi, Marsha.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, wow. Whitfield Joshua. This is somebody I spoke to just yesterday. He is in Botswana.
Oh, how cool. Oh, my goodness.
It's really late. Good night. I am on. Great. Good to have you, Mr. Joshua.
Fantastic.
And Marsha says, oh, sorry. Good afternoon to my Aunt Mary. So Marsha says, good afternoon, Aunt Mary.
Good afternoon, Marsha.
Cavell Burton, I know this lady, says, season's greetings and good afternoon. I know it's Delta. Good afternoon to Grandma Mary, Megan, Jareed, and your guests. This is Cavell, a Delta Burton, watching from Miami. All right.
Hi, Delta.
Hi. Then we have Elspeth. Elspeth says, good afternoon. Oh, good afternoon, Elspeth. Long time no see.
Is this Elspeth that went to school with us?
Elspeth Higgins. Want to know?
Wow. I haven't seen. Wow. Hi, Elspeth.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Then we have Lydia Peters. She says,
Hi, Lydia.
hi, everyone. Just popping in for a minute. Well, thanks for popping in. And then we have Jay Graham.
Yeah, that's Janine Graham. She used to go to school with me. Hi, Janine.
Oh, hey, Janine.
Hi, Janine.
And we have Althea Dyer. She says, congrats to the young lady. Great job. And I second that. Great job. Excellent idea.
Absolutely.
All right. So we
Okay,
have
so call your friends and family. It's giveaway time.
it's
We
giveaway
have some
time.
wonderful giveaways.
Oh,
Don't miss out. We
No.
have some trivia that we want you to answer to. And of course, we're going to go with the thing is with Facebook, we can see who answered first.
yes.
So we're going to ask you to drop your answers on the page when we put the question out there, and we will make sure, or we'll try our best to make sure that we don't have any ties.
Well, guess what? The judge's decision is final.
And who is the judge, may I ask? You are? Okay. So are we ready for our first
First
quiz?
quiz. Yes.
So tell us, what are people vying for? What's the first gift?
Okay, so our first prize.
We're going to give away 2 gifts right now, so stick around. Call up your friends. Don't be selfish.
This is a fancy, fancy envelope, but in it is a gift certificate, a gift voucher from Trade Winds Hotel.
Ooh,
What?
V Trade Winds Hotel Restaurant.
One and only
Bay House.
Bay House.
Ooh.
And it's a $100 gift certificate to
That
the
sounds like
winner.
brunch. That sounds like brunch.
Sounds like brunch.
Without
So,
alcohol,
brunch
but still
or
brunch.
breakfast, depending
Brunch,
on
yes.
how early you go.
May
Or
not
even
get
if
you, may not include alcohol, but hey, you can
You
have a
can
great
have
meal.
You can go to Screwpine, Mary's, and get your.
Exactly.
So let's get the first question up. First question. The question is, what month and year did the Likkle Byte Ideas show start?
Me.
No, disqualified. Disqualified. What month and year did the Likkle Byte Ideas show start? And let's see who is going to be the lucky winner.
And we did not start. We did not start last month.
We did not start the month before. Nor the month before that. No, that's 3
We've been
hints.
around, we've been around. So we gave you some hints. We've been here for a minute.
Well, you know what? When you don't know, you guess, right?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
So
Fake it till you make it.
Exactly. You know what we
All
should have
right.
had? We should have had some music. I was trying to get some Christmas music, but it didn't work out.
No, sometimes
play.
they block your music anyway. So.
Just play the Santa song in your head. Ho, 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 how did Santa get here?
Oh yes, that would have been cool to play.
Yeah. Anybody?
Okay, anybody can guess?
Okay, so Jay says June. I don't believe she means 56.
Ah. Maybe she means a date. Maybe she meant 20.
Oh, so we just need the month and year. Joyce Henry. Hey, Joyce.
Hey,
Joyce says October 2021. Have you ever played Hot Bread and Butter?
Yeah, Joyce. Hot like a fire. Hot like
Joyce is hot.
Hot like him. Hot.
Hot.
Yeah, hot. Yeah,
Hot
hot.
like a winter, hot like a fire, hot.
Hot like a fire. Hot. But you're not quite there.
Not quite.
Try again, Joyce. Try again.
Hyacinth Lewis. Hi, Hyacinth. She says April 2021. You're warm.
Yeah.
You're warm.
Warm to getting cold.
Yes. A little lukewarm.
Yeah. All right,
We're
let's
gonna
get
do
some
two
guesses.
more, and then we're gonna have to move on, which means you're not gonna win this prize. Anybody?
Listen, if these people don't want to win, you just hold on. I gotta go till I come down to you.
Hey.
I'll go to triggers myself. Okay.
Okay. Joyce tried again. Joyce says August 2021. All I can say to you, Joyce, is you're hot. Hot
You're
like a
hot,
fire.
Joyce. You're hot. Hot like a fire, Joyce. You're hot. You're hot like a fire.
Fire, hot. No. You'd have to. All right. So 10 more seconds. Anybody else? I mean, Joyce was hot with August 2021. She was hot with October 2021. So come on, guys.
How can she get hot with that?
Tracy says November 2021. Tracy, warm. Whitfield says May 2020, cold. Elspeth Higgins said September 2021. Woohoo! Winner. So Elspeth, you have won a gift certificate to Tradewinds Hotel. Please make sure you use it. It has an expiration date on it. So please make sure you use it. Great. So we started September 10th, 2021. So
we tell the story about how we started.
You tell the story.
I'll tell the short version. We started doing our webinars, which were going very well, and our webinars were once a month. And people kept saying to us, once a month is not enough. You guys need to do it more often. Because if I miss you guys, I have to wait a whole next month to do it. So one night rolled over, and I was working on another show. A similar show, but it was in a different industry. And I said, wait a minute, why don't we do it in financial education? So I sent Likkle a text at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Earlier than that.
Maybe.
You sound kind of far away. You sound kind of far away.
I do?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yeah, you do sound a
Your
little.
mouthpiece is not close enough to your mouth.
Hold on, I didn't change anything.
Maybe because you have in your headphones.
Take off my headphones, I think it's going to be worse. All right, let's see if hold on once. Is that any better?
A little.
Okay, let me see if I can speak up.
Put back in your headphones. Let me see the difference. Go ahead.
Is that better?
Actually, no.
Okay.
Yeah, just speak up if you can.
Okay, but let's move on to the next part. We'll tell you the story another time.
Okay. Next question. Can you get the next question up, please?
It's up. It says,
Who was? Oh, did it go? Okay. Who was our first guest on our Likkle Byte Ideas show? So we started in September and we had one guest. Does anyone remember who that guest was?
Okay. I can give you guys a hint.
Okay, give them one hint.
Go to our YouTube page.
Exactly.
You can go there really fast. And
You know the
find it.
date, or at least you know the month.
Yeah, you know the month, so you can probably figure it out.
So while they're going to the YouTube page, perhaps you can tell them the story. You can continue the story.
And while you're there, make sure you subscribe.
Make sure you click on subscribe.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
the mouthpiece for your headphone, is it on the string?
Yes.
So you have to move it closer to your mouth. That's why.
I don't know what, but when I
Right.
started, was it
So,
that?
no,
Is that
there we
better?
go. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
wow. Okay. All righty. I apologize. So, do we have any takers? Folks, we're going to give you 15 seconds more. Don't get distracted and start watching other videos on YouTube now.
All right. So we have so we have these were all guests. So we have Lawrence Blackman. Yes, he was actually he wasn't a guest on Likkle Byte.
I don't think he's been on Likkle Byte. Yeah, he was on one of our webinars. Yes.
We need to invite him anyway.
We should.
Clement Samuel, he was a guest, so thanks Tracy, but he wasn't the first. Kirk John Baptist. Correct.
Who found that out?
One guess. a lady by the name of Janice Knight.
Oh my goodness. I was saying if she's only on, she would know because she was on our first episode.
She was.
So she deserves to win because she definitely was on our first episode.
Does. So, Janice, you too will get the same prize. So we have two. So, Janice, you also will get a prize, which is a $100 gift certificate to Bay House Restaurant. So I know these two ladies, so I will get these gifts to you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
So much.
Congratulations.
Well, let's continue. Let's continue and speak with no more questions yet. Let's speak with Karianne about her financial aspect, the financial journey.
Yep. So Megan, you give her some financial questions.
All right. So I want to find out. So you had the idea, you contacted the illustrator, and it's one thing to have an idea. It's another to really put that idea into a real aspect because you need finances. Can you tell us about the journey? How expensive? I don't mean the dollars, but was it a situation where you had to?
But how did you get the financing? How did you finance your business?
You have to go to the bank. Tell me about budgeting. If you had to do any kind of budgeting to meet your expenses.
Well, I pretty much when I moved back home to Antigua, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just did not know what I wanted to do. When I sat down and when my daughter started school in January of 2020, it's so crazy. January of 2020, she started. It was the height of COVID. I didn't start in September, I started in January. And I started having that idea once I saw her book list, and I had savings saved up just for something. I didn't know what it would have been. Didn't have the idea yet. The idea was, it was being born in my head. It was brewing, but I just didn't know what. And when I spoke with Sonali and we sat down, and after he did, all the rough drafts, he actually presented me with an invoice, and, it was in my budget, and I did it all by myself. No financing, no bank, just me.
Good for you.
How I budget is I use the app Square, the Square app, Square, the point of sale app, and that helped me a lot with meeting my financial goals, setting financial goals and expectations. You can do invoices right in the Square app. You can do invoices, you can do contracts right in there. So when I launched I launched on Amazon in January of 2022, and launched in Antigua February. I was contacted by Senator Nacinta Ned Charles, the ABLP representative, the senator for Barbuda. And as soon as she saw it, she was like, yeah, I want 250 copies.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So she ordered 250 copies for the primary school and the preschool over in Barbuda. So we actually had a mini launch in Barbuda. So we had the one in Antigua in February, and then we went over to Barbuda to give them a launch, because what I never want to do is to exclude Barbuda. We're Antiguan and Barbudan, And even when people talk about Antigua, I always correct them Antigua and Barbuda, because as much as we're twin islands, we have our own little intricacies, and we have our own little identity that makes us one. So I in the Hawksbill, not the Hawksbill, the fallow deer and the frigate bird are native to Barbuda. So it was a no-brainer, and we celebrated my daughter's 6th birthday and had a mini launch in Barbuda.
Nice, very nice.
Do any contract work I have to do, I do it through Square. I'm a part of my bank is CUB, Caribbean Union Bank. I haven't had to go to the bank yet. I will be, in the new year, I'll be tapping into they said we have an entrepreneur fund in Antigua.
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly how to go about that, but that's what I'll be pursuing. Because what I want to because I'm doing it on my own, I don't have like a financial backer. I'm doing everything on my own. I really would like a capital injection to just knock out 5 to 10 projects, let's say within a shorter span of time instead of having to do every 6 months or every year. I would just love to get with Sonali, because he's my graphic designer and illustrator, and just knock out some projects and create one big thing. So that's what I want to do.
That's
Excellent.
amazing. No, that's an amazing story.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
The entrepreneurial development fund, I think is what it's called. I think you should be able to get some assistance there.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Your product is very well defined, and you have some history, and it sounds like you're keeping your records, good records. So it sounds like you should be, you should be able to pull together the kind of reports that are required to vie for something like this.
I have one other quick question for you, Carrie-Ann. You launched on Amazon. You used Amazon. How difficult was that?
It actually wasn't difficult at all. When I started, I knew I wanted to self-publish. How the world is going now. There are pros and cons to having a publisher versus self-publishing. But how the world is going now, everything is online, everything is e-commerce, and especially with starting with the coloring book, I felt that was the best option. And I actually reached out to another local author, Flory White, and she's published books, and she steered me in the direction of KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing on Amazon. So I'm self-published, but I use the platform KDP to publish the book. They handle the printing, and then just like you add something to your Amazon cart, you can add my book to your Amazon cart, and they deal with the customer service, returns, refunds, shipping. But I am the publisher. I am self-published, and I get my author copies sent to me in order to distribute wherever I want. But they handle the e-commerce side on their KDP platform.
Awesome.
Are they local?
No, KDP is all online. KDP is through Amazon. If you remember, Amazon actually started as an online bookstore.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's where Amazon started, and then they continued into what the Amazon trillion-dollar, gazillion-dollar company is today. But they still maintain that side Kindle, so they moved from the traditional bookstore online to having their Kindle platform, and now they have an entire platform, Kindle Direct Publishing, for anyone who wants to self-publish.
Awesome. That's good information.
Fantastic. So let's move over to Miriam to pose the same questions to her as far as her business. Well, she's been in business forever. I don't know her ever not having a business. So, but in recent times, with more technology and the need to really keep better records, tell us how you go about managing your business on a day-to-day basis as far as finances.
I am my own banker. I finance my own business. I don't look to anyone. I use what I have and turn over.
Okay.
And that is how I manage.
So whatever you sell, you put back into your business. Yes. Okay. But do you put aside, do you pay yourself?
Not really. I give my pay to charity.
Okay. That's true. She's always giving. She's such a giver. And I think even though she's a seniorpreneur, I don't think money making is her, or profit making is her goal.
That is so true.
I think it's to better people's lives. So
I mean, she's retired. She's retired. She has, it's not her primary source of income. In contrast to Carrie-Ann, who said she's an entrepreneur, and she approached this with the intent of this being able that this venture will be her, one of your primary sources of income. Correct, Carrie Ann?
Yes,
So I
correct. What
think
I
we're looking
wanted,
at.
oh,
Mhm.
what I
No, go
wanted
right ahead.
was leave a legacy for my daughter, and to attain financial freedom and show her and
Awesome.
give her options. Options is the name of the game, and I feel
Yeah,
like
so
by the time she becomes a teenager or she's out of high school, she should be able to have the option of either running her own business, or if she wants to go to university. But options is the name of the game. But I want to leave a legacy for her, and we have to do better than everyone who came before us. So
Yeah.
my mom set the foundation. She always drilled in us anything worth doing is worth doing well, and she worked really hard to set that example for us. And then now I take it over and set just a different example. Same work ethic, same perspective, but just how you don't trade time for money is what I'm trying to teach my daughters.
Awesome.
That's great.
I love that.
Now, Karen,
Miriam, go ahead.
go-
Go ahead,
uh,
Dee.
no, I was going to say one of the major topics here today is talents. If you had to characterize what your talents are, how would you characterize your talents?
Well, I think I have the gift of gab. I'm somebody who can walk into a room in Baghdad and engage.
I
So
wonder where you got that from.
Yeah, I wonder just where.
so I feel like I can take some anything and make it nothing and make it into something. And especially because I have the passion for education and for children, because as cliche as it sounds, the youth are the future, the children are the future. I feel like once you have that foundation, you give the youth of any place a chance, and you plant that seed, that good seed of foundation of education. The sky is the limit. So I feel like that's my talent, to turn anything and turn it educational and beneficial for the youth. As I said, I went to the foundation mixed school, and our motto was nothing but the best is good enough. And then when I was growing up, my mother used to drill into me and my sister were so annoyed when she used to say anything worth doing is worth doing well. And we were like, yes, mom. And then you become in your early 20s, and then you become a parent, and then you're like, wow, like what she told us is so true. Like nothing that you do should be done halfway. So anything worth doing is worth doing well. And I think that's my talent, to actually turn nothing into something and do it well.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Miriam, we're going to pose the same question to you, but we'll give you some time to think about it. Let us pause for some comments and to do some more giveaways, and we'll come back and we'll talk to Miriam about her talents.
All right. So let's see if we have any. So Janice joined the party a little late, but she says, evening all. And hi, Janice.
Hi, Janice.
And the other Janice, Knight, says thank you. She won the prize. Jay Graham says, oh, Carlton? Oh, I guess she was giving, that probably was the name of a person who was on our show. I don't know who that is. She was just guessing, hey.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And Janice says, great information. Janice Davis Asidu. So I think it's time for another question, don't you?
It's another prize. Let's do this.
So we are going to be giving away the book, Children of the Soil.
Of the
Not
Soil.
mine, the other book. This one is mine. So we have
Is
so
the
the next
autograph as
question,
well?
we had that question before.
Is the giveaway book autographed as well?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes, it was. She did.
Yes, it is.
The next question, we had that one before. Right. So this is a finance literacy question. We spoke about this a few times on the show. What is the 50-30-20 rule? What is the 50-30-20 rule? I know everybody knows Mr. Google, so if you don't know, hey, that's the hint I will give you. What is the 50-30-20 rule? Oh, wow. Michael Maxwell says hello. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Wow.
Good to not to see you. Good to hear from you. Okay. Jay says needs, wants, save. Jay, I would say to you, just expand on that, please. And Michael Maxwell says, hey. What's the 50, 30, 20 rule? And you will get your copy autographed of Children of the Soil, where you can color, you find the boat that's the smallest, tic-tac-toe.
Oh, nice.
Juicy kidney mangoes you can color. Ooh. You have to find the right yellow green.
Yes. Nice combination, right?
Yeah. Connect the dots for a carrot. That's just so cool. Then you have cows. You color the cows. Anybody yet? Okay, so Jay says fixed expenses, flexible spending, savings / goals. And I am going to, in the interest of time, I know what you mean, Jay, and I'm going to say yes. So the 50,
right.
30, 20 rule is a means of budgeting. So whatever your budget is, you split it, and 50% would represent the things that you must spend on. So you have to pay your rent, you have to pay your utilities, you have to pay for food. So those are the needs, which is what Jay had mentioned earlier. Then the 30 would represent the other things that you want. So you might want to go to the movies with your friend. You might want to buy that special bag. You might want to do something for your family. It's not a need, it's a want. And then the 20% is what you're going to save. So it means every time you get your paycheck, you split it that way, 50, 30, 20. And it doesn't really have to be 50, 30, 20. That's just a standard. It could be, depending on where you are in life, it could be a different ratio. But the idea is to have a set amount of your money that you're going to put aside for savings, a set amount you're going to put aside for your needs, and a set amount you're going to put aside for your wants. So, Jay, I hope you don't already have your prize, your coloring book, because I know you are Carrie-Ann's friend, but you've won your book.
All right. I'm sure everyone can always use a second book. There's always regifting opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, somebody went on Google and found out what's the 50, 30, 20 rule. This is Michael Maxwell. So he's saying, what's the 50, 30, 20 rule? This rule is an easy budgeting method.
Okay, so he just cut and pasted.
Exactly. But it's basically the rule of thumb is to divide your monthly after tax income into 3 spending categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings, which is what we just said. So thank you, Maxwell. All right, so we are going to move on. Let's get back to Miriam, because our time is running out.
Yes.
And Miriam has some other things she wants to talk about as well.
So Miriam, we know what your talents are. What does she want to talk about?
So she has some specials for Christmas.
I don't think I have any special talent. I just have a determination.
You're good with it.
So tonight, I would like to advertise my Christmas special. I have puddings, various sizes, cakes, Christmas cakes, same thing. And my wine is always there. So Christmas or no Christmas, you can have wine.
How can they get in contact with you?
786-1865 or 1865 Casada Gardens.
Okay. What flavors of wines do you have?
Multiple.
She has
Okay,
all
but
some.
I
so
have
tell
about
us
40. I have about 40 different types
So
of
mention
wine.
a few.
40.
I have pineapple, guava pineapple, mango guava, jamun, ginger, banana, golden apple.
Sorrow.
And you just name it. Sorrel, just name it and you'll get it.
And I've been wrapped up in it because she, whenever the fruits are around, she stores them. So whenever her freezer is too full, my freezer stores them. So I have about 3 bags of, I think, jamun. So she will always have wine.
Wow.
So
Yep.
great. All right. So we're wrapping up. We're wrapping up because time is running out. Can we get the other question? And the winner for this one will win an Antigua box, which is a gift box from Miriam Samuel that has a bit of all her goodies. Okay. So I hope you remembered earlier this year, we had a conference. It was the Life Conference and FinFET. It was on the most magical day of the year, 2222.
And it was on a Tuesday.
And it was on a Tuesday. So, what was the theme for the Life Conference and FinFET? And Life stood for Lifestyle Influenced by Financial Empowerment. What was the theme for the Life Conference and FinFET? And you will win an Antigua box.
And again, hint, hint, Google.
YouTube.
Yes.
Let's sip some wine while we wait.
Yeah, let's cheers to a great night with some talented people, entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Let's make a toast
And
to that.
all our friends, the old and new. Michael Maxwell, I hope you have your wine.
Yep, and to all the dreamers and hustlers and borrowers and failures that have now channeled their talents into some sort of business, we congratulate you.
Absolutely.
It starts with a dream, and it's never a straight road. We wish we had more time to hear about Carrie-Anne's journey, because I'm sure the story she's telling today is the refined version, and she didn't get a chance to tell us about the doubts, the failures, the disappointments, the frustrations along the way.
For sure, but I'm sure we'll have another chance to chat.
We would love that, especially once
sure.
you launch your volume 2, 3, 4,
Absolutely. I'd love to hear about it. So come on, guys. The Life Conference. What was the theme of the Life Conference?
And we have a question from Michael Maxwell. What about retirees? And that's a good question. And that's something we probably need to have as a topic, because retirees, like my mom, they're still full of energy, even though they've retired. So they could very well be seniorpreneurs, and they too would need to know about financial literacy, how to manage, if they're not doing any side hustle, how to manage the fixed income that they're living on, whether it's from their pension,
investments,
source. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and retirees aren't necessarily people over 60 these days. People take early retirements.
That's true.
Some people who are 60 are young, and there's people are living longer. So if people live to their 90s, I mean, at 60, you're probably just at the 2/3 of the way. You have a whole new cycle that you can look forward to in life.
So we have an answer here. I'm the judge, but I'm gonna ask my other judge, what do you think? The answer from Manelva Samuel, it's putting 2 and 2 together. That's part of the theme.
We'll give it to Manelva. She's She's a regular. But let's finish it for her. Put in 2 and 2 together.
It's about mindset and
and
lifestyle changes.
Yep.
So, Manelva, congratulations. You are going to get an Antigua box.
I hope she's in Antigua.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yes.
All
All
right.
right.
We want to thank you for joining us almost every week, Manelva.
And whenever she can, she sends me a little apology. I can't make it this week.
Oh, that's so cute. Well, folks,
we're going to wrap it up.
Everyone has things to do. We want to thank our special guest today, Carrie
Christian.
Hughes.
I know that's where I was going. Carrie Christian, and her book, Children of the Soil, that you can get on Amazon. Congratulations on your book. Or locally in several.
So Children of the Soil, Jumbo Coloring and Activity Book, 100 pages of coloring and fun for boys and girls, Antigua and Barbuda, and the Caribbean and the world. You can get it on Amazon. I'll post the link, or I'll give you the link to post on your Facebook page.
Great.
Also, you can get it at the Methodist Bookshop on St. Mary Street, or Cindy's Bookstore at the Townhouse Plaza, 30 EC or 10 US gets you a copy.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm hoping that you're going to leave some of these goodies here. Thank you. Woo-hoo. I have my fruitcake. Thank you so
folks,
much.
We want to thank both our guests. We want to thank all of our listeners or viewers for joining us here today. We want to thank you for hanging in here with us for the latest season. We switched, of course, from Thursdays to Wednesdays without a hitch. We were concerned about losing people, but I love Wednesdays. It's in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
And I think it worked out very well. So we want to thank all of you for being amazing guests and for following our show. We've been here for over a year. So thank you for our faithful viewers who've hung in here with us.
Yes.
And we will be back in January. I would say around January 16th. Stay tuned. We do have a newsletter that goes out weekly. We want to stay in contact with you. If you're not on our mailing list, please send us an email, info@samuelfieldsconsulting.com, so that we can stay connected. We can give you updates. And of course, you will get all of the announcements about our upcoming season. It has been an amazing season. We also want to thank our technical staff, Alia and Nicholas.
Thank you. Thank you, Alia. Thank you,
They've
Nicholas.
been wonderful. We wouldn't have a clue how to do this week to week and for things to run this smoothly. So we want to thank them for their assistance and making this show so amazing. I'm amazed at how many people who go to YouTube, they may not join on the day of, but we see the numbers moving.
Oh, yeah.
And for all of you who are joined us today, please like our Facebook page, and also please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can hit the bell so that you can get the notification every time we upload new content.
And send your emails, the email addresses.
Yes, definitely. info@samuelfieldsconsulting.com, so we can add you to our mailing list and you can be a part of this growing family. We want to end by wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Don't spend it all in one place, but be sure to come back in January, where we will always be talking about finances, but we do it in a very lifestyle-oriented way. So it's not too daunting and it's not too intimidating. And we want to thank all of you for being loyal viewers and listeners throughout the year. Enjoy your holidays. We look forward to a bright and prosperous 2023. And we'll see you back here in January, and we will make a grand announcement. From us to you, bye everyone. Have a very Merry Christmas.